Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of the Bricked BIOS podcast. I'm your host, Isaac, back again. I'm joined by Josh.
Hi, how's it going?
And Jacob.
What's up?
And Tim.
Thank you for calling me beautiful.
And that's everyone else that's here. Moving to our first topic, we have Highguard. And the note that our friendly Jacob here put was Highguard is as bad as we thought it was. By the way, we have George here too. I forgot.
Anyways, we don't care about him. Let's move on to the actual subject because that's what we all care about. So, as you guys might have heard, Highguard came out on, I believe it's early access to Steam at the current moment. So people can kind of hop in and start playing. And yeah, so right now at Steam, it's currently at mostly negative on the reviews, and that's 18,000 reviews, over 18,000 reviews on Steam. And I just kind of wanted to read some because personally I haven't played it. As I had to go to work that day. So, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
I forgot what it was. When you guys were like, you hear about Highguard? I was like, what is that?
That's the horse game that with the Titanfall, ex-Titanfall devs.
All you said was it was the last trailer at the Game Awards. And I was like, oh, that piece of...
So, I wanted to read a review here. And it's a long one, so I'll kind of cut it up. But this is written by a user, Armorian. On Steam, he said not recommended, and the long story short he gave was just wait 2 months. He gave it a 5 out of 10. But he said the positives of the games is visually it looks good. The art style he said was all right, but that's personal. So he said personally to him it's all right. But essentially there was nothing groundbreaking. It looks good. So nothing to really complain there. So he has some minor nitpicks which I won't really cover, but I'll go over the first problem. So the game mode, there's only one at the moment, and it's a 3v3. And his complaint is the map is way too big, and so he claims because of the size of the map, it's genuinely boring to play. So to gear up and everything, but essentially, so he said the action was fun, but getting to it was not fun. So unlike Apex, where it's a battle royale and a big map, you always have that adrenaline rush of what if somebody comes attack or really anything, because it does look like Apex in the sense of I was watching some streamers, the kind of the UI feels like a little bit like Apex. I think some people said it's like if Apex and Overwatch had a child. Is that what you saw, George?
See, all I can think is that people are saying EA has the exact opposite problem with Battlefield 6 and the maps are too small. Yeah, we can't get it right on this.
They did it back in the day. All right, I don't know what the problem is. So he just says the maps are too big for a 3v3, so it's really boring.
How about the fact that it's just another hero shooter?
I don't know.
I saw gameplay last night of it. Not interested.
Just gonna put that up against Valorant and maybe not Rainbow, but you have Overwatch, and it's gonna be which one is which? They're all the same.
So he said, I think
this one has big maps.
This one has horses.
I think this one does play the objectives are a bit different. So
let me guess. There's a character that shoots up in the sky and then can shoot down as their ult.
Does it have a unicorn?
Does Marvel
that makes up for it?
Ella.
No, she doesn't shoot down, but she does go up and start throwing things. I guess it's close enough. So he says the bases are set up with 3 bomb sites when a raid starts, and it forces the defenders to not turtle on one side when a bomb goes off, and it gives 35 health from the base's 100 health. 3 bombs will win the game. The problem, he states, is one site, the anchor, will deal 100 damage, instantly winning the game.
Is this guy a game journalist, or is this just what the community has come to?
Wrote a lot.
It's
a lot of people. Hey, honestly, I'll take a random person review over IGN any day.
Because of AI.
This guy it might have been AI.
If you go into Steam reviews, there's a lot of people that'll write long segments. I think there was some bugginess in the game because obviously, and that one's a bit more forgivable because it is early access.
Why can't we just get Titanfall 3?
Apparently the tutorial has a soft lock by skipping stuff. So some people are getting stuck on the tutorial. So apparently motion blur is not something you can turn off, is what this guy is stating.
That's gross.
That's really gross.
So he says it hurts his eyes and it's everywhere. So once again, I don't know how true these are. These are just Steam reviews. But obviously 18,000 reviews is mostly negative. So
is it free to play?
It is free to play.
All right, then go out, hop on, judge it for yourself. I'm not going to, but
Well, and I don't think it's like
I might.
I know there's always that sentiment that people say of like, well, when you look at something bad, and some people are like, well, you can't knock it till you try it type of thing. But isn't that what reviews are for? Especially when there's 18,000 of them for somebody else to do it. For me to be, yeah, that's probably not what I'm interested in.
I'm going to try it out. Let's just see what it's like.
To a point, I would say on certain cases, you can maybe make that argument when a game's mixed. When it's 50-50, some people are like, some people don't. Yeah, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But I feel like there's some objectiveness where a game's so negative that you could probably say if we're pretty positive, it's like, yeah, a lot of people aren't liking this.
I mean, it's only one game mode, which is still dumb. That games are doing that.
Early access.
We saw what happened with Halo Infinite. They said that was the game, and it died. Like, all right, this could have been something with old Respawn devs that did Titanfall, which was great. Titanfall 2 was really good. And Apex Legends was good. I liked Apex Legends. I didn't play it as much as I did Titanfall 2, but I get how they couldn't make that same game because they don't have you can't copyright.
No IP.
And
I think
so. Coming up with something else. I mean, this is more, I don't know, like fantasy-ish. So for me, I like Titanfall. It's a little more grounded in like tech and all that.
Here's my hot take. Apex Legends wasn't that good. It just came out in that time period where you had Fortnite or PUBG, and those were kind of like Fortnite was okay, but it was very cartoony or very stylized.
PUBG was the best one, but it didn't have the graphics.
It was buggy
to it.
too.
Yeah.
PUBG's getting buggy.
So Apex
they started doing the whole loot boxes thing that people.
Apex came out and it was decent. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was first person
It
shooter.
moved well.
But then as soon as Warzone came out, everybody left Apex and went over to Call of Duty. And it kind of just, I mean, a lot of people stuck with it, but in my opinion, like, it's
Fortnite.
not even the best battle royale game. So it's meh.
It'll be interesting to see when some more modes or some bigger modes come out.
That's the other thing I wanted to mention is I know a lot of people are dogging on it, and we're saying we're not interested in playing it. It's day one. It's on early access. The game is technically not released yet. So the question is, in 2 months, I think is when the actual release date is. Will things be fixed? Potentially, maybe this is why they're getting it out there, just to.
Oh, we're gonna add this, like Halo Infinite, and then
we'll see. We will see. What? Maybe these devs actually pull through and say, "Look, we listened to your feedback during this early access time. We understand that you guys had problems, and they might even delay it like GTA and say, look, we know there's a lot of problems. We're going to delay this and fix it, and then we'll get it right back out to you guys." And now, I think that's if you're going to do an early access. I mean, that's kind of the goal, which Halo didn't do for some reason.
Rockstar's on their way there.
Okay. I guess we'll go into other news. Is that okay with you, Isaac?
I kind of wanted to get George's opinion since he's like the hero shooter player.
Did you
about
play
what?
it?
No.
About this game. Like,
No.
You were watching.
Any interest, any thoughts on it?
Yeah, it didn't look good. like I was telling Jacob the other day, it's just hero shooters is such a oversaturated market for gaming, and the only reason why Marvel Rivals did it good is because it's Marvel. If it was just some random characters and whatever, and it didn't have the Marvel logo on it, it would have flopped.
Which I think,
even though it's a good game,
Concord kind of showed that people don't like hero shooters.
About Concord.
Yeah, like I think I agree. George is like hero shooters is a very overrated or not overrated, but saturated genre. You had Overwatch, which started it, but honestly, Marvel Rivals on release did have a lot of problems. That I think if it was a Concord, like it was just a game that nobody knew characters, everything, it wouldn't have made it this far. But because it had the IP tied to it with Marvel, people stayed for that.
Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man. Which I think that's. Would you agree with me there, George? Like,
yeah. Well, that's exactly what I just said.
well, the fact that Marvel Rivals,
You agree with yourself?
on launch.
Hey, you should just say thank you. You clarified exactly what I was talking about.
Okay, continue then.
But that's essentially what it is. It's Marvel Rivals. That's why people still play Marvel Rivals. Why big streamers are still on Marvel Rivals, because it's Marvel. Like, they just came out with Deadpool. Who doesn't
George, I
want
didn't
it?
know you were a big streamer.
What do you mean?
I didn't know you were a big streamer. I didn't know big streamers were still playing Marvel Rivals.
I'm not.
Which big streamers are still playing?
Wait, can we?
Yeah, I'm more
Ninja,
serious. Really,
Ninja, Tim the Tatman. Those guys hop on it for every new season because it's Marvel.
Of Marvel Rivals, George, do you want to talk about the drama that recently just happened?
Jacob's trying to change the subject.
No, it is Marvel
hard.
Rivals. It is Marvel
Let me
Rivals.
continue real quick. But like they just added Deadpool, and one of his mechanics is like one of like the coolest, or it's a pretty cool mechanic. Like you can play every single role. But a lot of streamers come back to that because it's Deadpool. Who doesn't want to play as Deadpool and see how it is?
Yeah,
Well, you've never played Marvel Rivals ever.
I have. I won't.
But like,
you just asked who wouldn't.
well, because you've never played it. Well, you have superhero fatigue too.
I'm done.
To be fair, Tim, his statement was come back and play. You
Yeah.
never even played in the first place.
Yeah, I won't even try it.
Because a lot of streamers like they'll move on to Arc Raiders or Call of Duty, but then when new season drops, they drop a new character in Marvel Rivals. They're coming back for it. Like all the big streamers are.
All
Yeah.
the big streamers.
Yeah.
All right, we need a fact check.
Well, they're probably not playing right now. But back to what Jacob was saying about the drama, and like I do want to get your guys' opinions on this. So there's a streamer out there. His name's Kingsman.
Oh,
They were they're joining a tournament, right? First, he wasn't selected to his team, but his team captain, her name was Cece, right? The tournament is for $40,000 each to each teammate, or like not each, but like divided up between each teammate. And that's when there's money on the line for a tournament. That's when it gets competitive, right? Like if you're playing for money, it's obviously going to
So
be competitive.
explain the scenario before we ask the question.
But so what had happened was they were doing practice matches and they're trying to like develop some team chemistry and just trying to see where everybody was at, what role were you gonna play. And there was this one girl, she's playing arguably the worst character in the game.
Which was the team captain? It was Cece.
No, it wasn't.
Or was it her?
Her name's
Okay.
Zaza.
Oh. Okay, I know it was one of them.
Kingsman, he's a good player, but this person, arguably playing the worst character in the game, does not want to swap off that character to like develop the team comp. So Kingsman, just being the competitive player, he's like, we're gonna lose if you don't swap. And then everybody kind of took offense to that and started bullying Kingsman until they got him kicked out of the tournament. And keep in mind, Kingsman, he's a broke college student that needed the money because he was good at the game and he knew they had a chance, but they kicked him out. They kicked him out because the girl didn't want to swap.
What game?
Rival.
Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
And then
That just sounds like
How
an
did they
average
do?
Match.
So after they kicked them out, that team, they were second. They lost. They were the second losers.
the second losers.
So like they didn't even make it
Out of
up
how
there.
many teams?
You gotta,
There was like 8 teams.
but like you had the character Zaza.
Yeah, that's her name.
Not the character, but
the
streamer.
He's playing
streamer
Black
Zaza.
Widow.
He's playing Black Widow. Do you remember what her score was at the
Yeah,
match?
she was one match they pulled up. She was 0-5-0, which is
0 kills.
0 kills, 5 deaths, 0 assists, which is impossible to do. Like
Which some people were like,
impossible because Marvel Rivals will give you kills if you did a little bit of damage to somebody before they died. Marvel Rivals will give you assist on that
So
as
you
well.
hit no one.
Yeah, you hit
essentially,
nobody.
She was so bad.
See, this is why I like games like, and I know it's bad, but I like games like Halo and Call of Duty where it's like everybody's on even playing fields.
Yeah.
You just get out there and if it's
Well,
kills.
no, in the sense of you could even make this argument if like you join a player game and they keep grabbing the sniper and they're bad with it in Halo.
Yeah,
And you tell them don't grab the sniper, but they say no, I'm going to keep doing it because you're killing the vibes.
Yeah.
And it's like we're trying to play for
So,
money here.
Yeah,
and
so like
speaking of killing the vibes,
So, well, keep in mind this is for $40,000. So once the Kingsman, the guy told her to swap and she didn't want to, all the other girls, which I think it was like 3 other girls or 2 other.
I thought it was 4 and he was the only guy.
No, there was 2. It was him and another guy, and I think the rest of the team were girls. All the girls were like bullying on him, trashing on him, just telling him to like shut the hell up and all that stuff. And you're ruining the vibes. But the thing is, he's a competitive player. He wants to win the money, and he's telling this girl, if you want to win the money, you got to swap off. And they didn't, so they got him kicked out of the tournament. And then they ended up losing early on.
That's all he can do is he can come back and say, Told you.
But
Well, he made a video.
Yeah, but the revenge arc is
The revenge arc.
He made a video.
yeah,
of
he
an
made a
hour long.
video on how he got kicked out, and everybody was taking his side, and then they came out with like all the footage of their team just bullying him and just making him shut up. And
Well, because they were claiming that he was harassing them,
yeah,
and like being all mean.
he
and
was
stuff
being
like that.
he was being mean, harassing the girl that was playing Black Widow. But then he like rolled the clips just to clear his name, and people were like, "Oh, this guy was just telling her to swap off."
And then they showed the proof by her going 0, 5, and 0.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is like, you should have swapped off.
yeah.
You're
And-
actively throwing.
One thing was that caused all this controversy was
So is she getting paid by another team?
maybe,
Was she a plant?
but that's the thing. She was like, people were saying she's throwing, which is like what you were saying. She's throwing. But what added fuel to the fire was CC, the team captain, would actively, after he got kicked out, would trash on his name, saying like, "What? This guy has no social skills. He spent 20 years of his life playing video games." One of the things Moist Critical
As
said
another streamer of
Yeah.
video games?
Yeah, that's her job.
Moist Critical was like, "That's your job, streaming and staying inside and playing video games." See, that is not even the argument. But
Well, I think that was a big thing is Moist covered the topic, and Moist
Yeah.
has a huge following. And there's actually good news at this.
yeah, so after Moist Critical covered the following, which brought light to everything, since he has a huge following. Obviously, you know how you try to save yourself. CC tried to come out and apologize and talk to Kingsman, telling him, "Well, I'm not the one that kicked you out," and even though it was confirmed that she's the one that got him kicked out.
Well, I think the other thing is like it keeps getting worse every time she like speaks.
Yeah.
Every time she says something, it's somehow worse. Because then she's like, "Well, I didn't know it was for 40K."
And then
but there's a
people
video
pulled up
of
the
her
vote, yeah.
before the thing where she's like, "It's a 40K tournament." It's like, so,
She thought it was Warhammer. That's what
Warhammer 40K, not for
she was
money.
confused.
confused. That's why she went 0-5. She was not prepared for
or
the game.
she
they were
she
doing.
made
She's
the
like,
other.
oh.
She made another statement where she's like,
Oh.
after the event, I never talked about him again. And then they showed her 3 days later talking about
in
him,
like the Discord,
trashing on him
yeah.
and texting one of the groups or whatever, talking about how bad this guy was.
And then after that, so a lot of her sponsors saw what happened and they decided to part ways with her too.
Nice.
And a lot of people are telling the sponsors that, hey, Kingsman is available for sponsors. They're like, we'll be in touch with him soon.
Well, because he also got how many followers for this on
A
his
lot.
Twitch channel?
So if
You
I need
gotta-
to get followers, I just got to go get bullied at a tournament, and then I can make a video
So
about it.
he probably
And-
gained like 200,000 followers.
The
on Twitch.
donations they donated to him,
So
he got the money he wanted.
partially, a lot of streamers rated him. So someone privately donated him the money that he would have won anyways from the tournament. So he still won in the end. And then after that, he averaged like 24K viewers on Twitch, which is like
Nice.
life-changing money just from the AdSense.
Oh, yeah.
So we got the goods.
Yeah, we got the good timeline on that.
The good ending.
Bodhi has his opinions on that. What would you do if you were in a match like that? And you're for $40,000 and somebody's actively being bad.
I just wouldn't. I don't know if I would make the video. That's just his. I mean,
Well,
Okay, back to your terms. Like if you're playing a Halo match, $40,000 on the line, and
And you
someone's
know
actually
you have a chance to win.
yeah, and
If
so
I
Oh, yeah,
was
I'd be
that
saying
much-
something.
well, yeah, but like, I don't know that I'd go into it with randoms.
no,
Well, that was the whole point.
it was a whole bunch of streamers
Oh,
that are good at the game. They're supposed to be good at the game.
How'd
because
she get
it
an
wasn't
invite?
it wasn't it wasn't a tournament through Rivals. It was a private hosted tournament.
That was sponsored
So,
by the
I think
developers.
like
though.
you had to be. I think so, he had because he's a really good player. So I'm sure they had some form of like sign up or to show that
Yeah.
you're good. And then I think the streamers were the captain.
yeah,
They
and
were
then the
supposed to-
captains chose their players. It's not like it's a randomly assigned. They chose their players.
Yeah. So once again, Josh, you're in a Halo tournament. These people are supposed to be good, and you have one player.
And you have $40,000 on the line.
you
And one player's picking up that sniper and just not hitting any shots.
and you know that you could pick it up, and you could go grab the needler instead.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna pick that up and we'll win, but they don't.
and they start bullying you in the match. They were saying like,
Oh, then they kick you and then dog on your name afterwards. And once again, these are popular streamers.
Yeah.
how would you feel about that?
Well, I mean, like, what happened happened.
And then what's the worst thing is too? I went to go this today at work. I watched CC play Marvel Rivals. She is donkey doo doo. Actually, she is bad at the game.
Then now she's gonna make a video. She's gonna watch this specific podcast and be like, "Oh, this."
George's hope is that we'll get involved in the drama
we'll blow
somehow,
up.
and then we'll get followed.
Exactly.
So Jordan's like, everything I say is a lie. I'm like the rice gum of 2010.
Exactly.
I'm here for the drama. Tim, what about you? What would you do in that scenario?
I mean, I'd say something, and then if I got kicked out because of the random bullying crap, then yeah, I don't know if I'd do the revenge arc that way. I don't know. It worked out for him,
To
but
be fair-
revenge arcs don't always work out.
All he did was post a video just saying, "Hey, I got kicked, and this is what happened."
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
fine. You can, that's
He
fine.
wasn't. He specifically said, "I'm not. Don't go or like harass anybody that's included in this video." Like at the very beginning, he
Yeah,
said
I
that.
mean, that's
Oh,
he
well.
he handled it right then.
And
Just
to be
explaining why he got kicked out, his side of the story, and then especially if they're trashing him, then yeah, you got to save your name for your future.
Mhm. Yeah.
But it's also a good lesson for the others of like, don't say crap that's not true.
But
fair.
there's
I
like-
don't think she learned the lesson because there's like multiple events where she keeps lying.
It's gonna be another pirate software.
What's funny? Have you been on like Twitter or X?
No.
Have you? Like, do you know like the reader's explanation when you look at
I know about
when there's like someone
note.
talks about something and there's like a reader's note.
It'd be like a fact check.
Yeah. So it's like
community notes.
Yeah, community notes. So there will be like a tweet from CC saying, "I never lied," and then the community notes like, "She has lied multiple times throughout this whole."
Here's the link.
That was funny. That
On,
yeah.
like on those sites, you have to like show evidence,
I think-
and so there is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I think on Twitter is the only one that I've never really got on.
yeah. Twitter's a weird
Well,
place.
remember what they're calling all the like the
not
text
Twitter anymore,
messages
it's
and stuff
X.
like that.
Oh, they're calling it the CC files, like a certain man. If you know, you know.
So it's like CC, like crispy cup, pepperoni.
yes, exactly.
When you first said CC, I was like, my
It's
brain
like-
went
it's-
to the crispy cup pepperonis. That
We had pizza before we started.
It's more like CEE.
But I went.
But they're calling
Crispy
it
cup.
the CC files. Like a certain person that's files is getting released supposedly.
Anyway,
Wow. Release. We've been trying for years.
checkerboard. Anyway, moving on to an actually potentially good announcements for good games coming out. Fable and Forza announcements.
They look good.
Anyone want to?
I heard that there's like 200,000 options of women that you could choose to marry.
I don't think that number was accurate, but I think they said something around a little over 1,000.
Like, there's like over.
non-playable
I thought there was
characters in
over
the game.
2,000.
Yeah, it's like it's 1,000 or 2,000
All right,
non-playable characters.
we have the
that you
internet. We can
interact
fact
with.
check.
But
And the other thing that they said was interesting is they don't have a black and white morality system in this game. Everybody's going to react differently or in multiple different ways to whatever you do.
they're saying there's not just like one bar that says you're good or bad. It's just the way that people interact with you.
So it's like a faction type system.
Kinda. I think it's a little more complex than even like New Vegas was, where New Vegas had not the morality, but like the reputation system. This is going to give
I'd
you.
hope so. This game's coming out like 20 years after.
Well, Fallout hasn't made it better.
So 1,000 NPCs can be engaged.
Married.
So he took engaged to be married
What about-
and added
That's
how
what
many
AI
zeros?
said.
How many? Oh my! God. How many non-playable characters are not engageable, but like that are unique? I was a big number
I don't know.
because I think there's something like there's a lot that are unique and that can be interacted with.
But from the trailer, or mostly what they were talking about, kind of seemed like a fantasy life simulator.
You
Yeah,
could be
well,
a landowner.
What's funny though is what I saw.
Jack up prices.
I was never really a big Fable player, but I was watching some videos from people that used to play Fable, and apparently they're a little upset because they said that even though they've said all this stuff about the morality system, all the different NPCs, the old Fables were like super dynamic even back then. Like your character would physically change depending on the kind of stuff that you did. Or
Well, that's
you know.
what I thought. They said you're starting life as a child, and you're gonna grow up.
I don't know.
Fantasy life
They're
I just
simulator.
know they said the old Fables were actually really good RPGs that like would, the game would change as you made decisions through the game. I think one of the Mass Effects is like that too, which
All I know is I can be a landowner, and my plan is to raise rent to the single mothers.
But you're gonna once you know how to farm, you're gonna be done.
Oh yeah, Jacob's out as soon as it's like,
Well,
well,
no,
I don't
because
have
like,
to go
I
out.
survived.
Because
I
this
can farm.
I ain't farming. I'm gonna become a landowner, raise all the rent for the single mothers, and lower the rent for the single fathers.
So he's all about real estate.
Don't understand, but okay.
Bruh.
For funsies.
I don't. Yeah, I was like, I don't really know a lot.
I don't have.
Oh, and apparently the cutscenes are like we saw the original trailers that were like like the Office style videos or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Where they were like having interviews. Apparently that's going to be in the game. Like the story is going to be told through like a mockumentary style or at some part.
That sounds stupid.
No.
It's wacky.
Interesting.
RPG.
Yeah, that is wacky.
Skyrim is your
Imagine the mods that are going to come out of Fable.
I don't know because it's,
They're essentially though they're selling Fable as a very choice heavy video.
It's a fantasy life simulator.
RPG. That's what RPG.
Yeah,
should be.
it's a very heavy RPG. That's going to focus a
You can
lot
have
on
a-
the choices.
The family settle down, have kids.
Yeah, some of them like you don't even have to do adventure. Like they're saying it's going to be very detailed. It's what they're selling. The other thing that was announced was Forza Horizon,
Oh,
Six.
and they're going to Tokyo, or well, they're going to Japan.
Yeah,
Tokyo's part of it. They're actually adding a big parts of Tokyo and some countryside, and I think other cities as well.
There's also the dynamic weather that was in the last one. Or no, that was in
Changing
4.
seasons.
Hopefully they lean heavily on like the JDM cars.
I would imagine they would.
Yeah, they showed a lot in the trailer.
Like a lot of like drifting and stuff like that. Instead of like normal racing.
But I think it's just one of those. Forza's always done a really good job. Actually, at least like Horizon, I feel like the car sim there is really good.
I actually didn't play 5, which was in Mexico.
I played a little bit.
I heard people want them to go to like America, but they keep avoiding
The
it.
first one was in America.
But they want them to come back.
well, there's a lot of places they could go.
The
They've
first
done
one
it.
was like on the 360.
Yeah.
I think it would be better if Horizon did like kind of a crew style of like a big United States map. Because I honestly,
But it has
I think
to say-
Horizon did a better version.
I think they should do big United States map, but like stay true to like true to size.
they should just do Google like the plane simulator. But
Yeah,
with
it's
cars.
Microsoft. They could do it.
No.
They could just take
That-
it from there.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind like just real world map. I get to drive cars.
I think Japan's going to be a good like setting for it. And then like it's not all city. There is some city parts, but a lot of that countryside and
Well, the games always
gonna
look
be-
beautiful. I don't think I've ever played a Forza game that didn't look absolutely.
Yeah, because there's only two things that have to work on: cars and the scenery.
And to be fair, you're going so fast that sometimes you're not going to see the scenery.
I will give them credit that they do optimize the Horizon series really well. Like they run on basically anything.
Yeah. And they
One
look
thing we could look forward to that it's going to be on Game Pass.
that we all own.
Tim might get it again to go get.
Nope.
same with Fable too, I think.
It's probably going to be on Game Pass.
That's good.
I
for
think
them.
by then Kingdom Come will be on sale and I might pick that one up instead.
What?
Why
At
every
this point
time?
it's his Tourette's or something.
It's gotta be.
Though
Isaac, you excited for any games?
Yeah.
Like what specifically?
Pokemon Fire Red.
oh yeah, Tim finally got Arc Raiders. You gonna join us?
Yeah, no. He said today was the last day.
Can't. I'll explain later.
Speaking of that though, tell some stories from your Arc Raiders so far.
I've been enjoying it. It's been fun.
Are you an aggressive player?
Yeah.
No, I am not.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the way that you play will heavily affect how you get.
No,
matched.
I'm not.
Play with George and then
I've been running around trying to get the
Bro.
quest done.
Me? You play with me? Any person I drop, I'm open micing and telling them they're trash over and over.
And that's why people don't like George.
Yeah, it's hard. It's funny though.
It's hard to like a guy like that, you know?
I just remember like some of the stories, like when me and Isaac, when the first game that we played, there was a whole thing about there was two teams, like we got shot at. So we turn around and we see two guys, we shoot back. But it turns out they weren't the ones that shot us. There was another team that was hiding and killed. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Did you guys go hunt down the two?
We downed both of them.
We downed both the guys
But
that
then
we
like
thought.
they explained their case, and I'm like, oh shoot, well here let's revive you guys and go
And
fight
then
the other guys.
The other guys turned the corner and got us. It was bad. And then, do you remember the guy? I was telling Tim earlier. Do you remember the guy that we downed? It was just him by himself. We downed him, and we're like, "Why'd you try to attack us?" And then we were like, "All right, we'll let you back up, but you gotta get out of here or whatever.
I ran into a guy. I was running around on the what's that map? The blue something has the ridge line.
Blue Gate?
Yeah, Blue Gate.
Blue Gate.
And so I was running around there trying to sneak around to the olive groves.
To the Olive Garden.
And I hear this, "Hey, someone there?" I'm like looking around like, "Where you at?" He's like, "I'm crawling here. I'm down." So I go look and I find the guy. He's trying to make it up to one of the vaults, the elevators, and he's like, "Yeah, I got knocked down, but I don't know what ability he had, but his health was going down super slow." And so I was like, "All right, well, I don't have a defib, but I'll patch you up for a little bit. Good luck getting there." So I go off to the olive groves, get done what I need, come back, and there's this guy still crawling up to the vault thing. So I'm like, I get up there and find another guy. He activated it. He's like, friendly. So I said, "Hey, do you have a defib? There's a guy trying to make it here." And he's like, "Nope, I dropped it just a little while ago." And so we went and protected the guy, made sure none of the arcs got him and all that. And he made it, dropped down straight into the
That sounds
thing.
way too peaceful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
You want to know what I would have done in that situation?
I know you would have been a jerk and just take him down.
He would have put him out of the misery.
He was like, "I'm down." I'm like, "Let me finish you off. Let me do you a favor. Send you back to Speranza real quick."
I think my favorite encounter, I was achievement hunting, and one of the achievements is you need to ride on top of a Rocketeer and then deal damage to Arc while you're riding it. Including the Rocketeer that you're riding, you can damage that and it counts.
How do you get up there?
So if you stun it with either the Hornet drivers or the Showstopper grenades or anything that shocks, there's a 50-50 chance that it will drop to the ground, and then you can just mount it while it's on the ground.
And then when it takes off.
So I show up to the domes in the dam map, and there's a guy that's on the ground
That damn map.
who was fighting the Rocketeer, and then another guy next to him who's trying to like, "I can't revive you. I don't have a defib." And I'm like, "I have a defib." So I revive him, and he was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, brother. What can I do to help you?" "I'm going to ride the Rocketeer." So I need you guys to like cover fire for me while I try to stun him. So they do. They're like picking at it, like shooting at its wings and stuff. And then finally I do get it down. They take cover, and then I ride it. And then I just start like going, "Yeah!" and start like whacking it like Fortnite style. And then finally it wiggles me off and I fall down, but I got the achievement. And then they revived me. The guy that I revived did have an extra defib. So then we just all took it out, and it was like
rode off into the sunset.
I
and then we all extracted. It was
Now
like
you're
really
gonna
peaceful.
miss all that.
I remember one time me and Isaac were playing, and we were like almost there to extraction. We saw a Rocketeer coming after us. I show stop the Rocketeer. I'm like, "Isaac, let's go." Isaac starts shooting the Rocketeer. I'm like, "Isaac, it's show stop. Let's go." And he's still shooting it. He was like, "I thought you meant to shoot it." And he gets blown to smithereens. Like, I'm leaving right now.
Do you remember we were on the science map, the rocket, like whatever that spaceport?
Uh-huh.
And then there was a Rocketeer there.
Oh.
Like the whole like couple of teams on top of the roof of that building, we all took it down.
Yeah.
It was a big victory. Got that quest item. And then we went to extraction. There was like 5 different groups all going. Someone shoots you with a shotgun, and then
I
you
leave the elevator, and then they extract without me. I'm like, "This guy just shot me with a shotgun while I was in there." And I left because I thought I was gonna die.
and someone threw a smoke too, so it was
Yeah.
like chaos. I have no
It
idea what's
was
going
like
on.
there was like 5 teams in there just trying to extract.
I think what's most amazing to me about Arc Raiders is like, I don't know that there's been a game where human interaction has been like as
Dynamic.
Mandatory.
well, I mean, like, has worked that well. I mean, the whole idea behind Fallout 76 was they thought human interaction was going to make the game better, but it didn't. And I mean, there's been a few games in the past that I can think of. I don't know them by name, but I'm like, I remember the trailer, like, part of it was like, well, all communication is through like comms, or you know what I mean? And it just never really worked.
I think of like Milsims. They have
Yeah.
that as like a primary factor.
Yeah, but they take those games way too serious, dog.
Yeah, like Arc Raiders is fun, and it's like 50% of the game is you running into other people and just how those interactions go down. It's either a fight or you meet somebody cool, and then you have a story to tell about somebody that you're probably never going to see again. So
You ever gonna miss those moments, Isaac?
We'll see.
He
well,
will.
it's only a $30 game, so if he wants to buy it again, that's easy for Isaac.
especially now.
So what they've been alluding to is as of recording this day today, my Steam account is gone. It's a 30-day process to request it to be deleted, so that if you ever change your mind, you can just go back and stop it. I didn't stop it. I've done a month before of just not gaming at all, and now I've gone through pretty much all of January not gaming at all.
It's because he's protesting because they haven't made Half-Life 3.
No. No, I decided to kind of step back from this hobby and trying to replace it with something else that I haven't figured out yet. But I'm trying to be a little bit more on the less of a consumer of content, and I want to be more of like either making something or like being productive in something, or like something that I still enjoy, like if it's in the technology field. Even if it means like making a game, I would probably pursue something like that. But I want to do something that's like not just wasting time, but actually like doing something.
But doing something with your friends, is that wasting time?
That's a memory
having
right there.
Fun. Like you just talked over there. You were smiling. Oh yeah, I went and got this achievement.
Yeah, he was reminiscing.
He was reminiscing right there.
That was solo play, by the way.
But that was a good memory.
Mm.
You had fun.
That's some lore that you can tell.
Interacted with other humans.
See, and that's something that we don't have in
Virtually.
modern gaming. Back in the day with like Halo 3 and all those, like
COD
how many of your friends do you actually like? A lot of my old Xbox 360 friends and stuff, like I never even knew them. They were just people I randomly met in games. And
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Every once in a while, they'd
there's a
just be
few. Yeah.
hey, you want to jump on? Like I'm playing right now, and so you get that invite. So we don't have that a lot anymore. So with our creators, it's kind of cool. I mean, you don't really.
Mhm.
I haven't really met anybody that I'm like, hey, let's jump on again.
I have done that a little bit in Marvel Rivals, where it's like, hey, we do good in one match, and it's like, hey, you want to play again?
Yeah.
You can try to keep on winning.
But I feel like there's no real comms forced anymore. There's no
and
fun
especially
about it.
Call of Duty's the worst.
But Call of Duty's gone down.
Yeah,
even.
they'll flag
But
you for anything in Call of Duty.
I see what you mean though. Like Arc Raiders is like it forces interaction.
Yeah,
Like you have to interact.
you don't have to, but it's
There was
way better if you.
It's
to a
more-
lesser extent, Helldivers was like that, but you guys never really did randoms, did you?
No, we were
I
always.
did every now and then.
Yeah,
but
like whenever I did randoms, people that actually used comms, it made it a lot easier to be able to go like do things and mess around and stuff. Like it worked in that sense too. But Arc Raiders, for some reason, the formula for Arc Raiders was a little bit better, and like it made it.
I think it's
It enhanced. Yeah, it's very rewarding. Yeah.
rewarding.
Well, the other one I was thinking was like Phasmophobia. That one was like
You have to. Yeah.
you have to talk if you're gonna jump in with randoms. Like you have to have comms
But-
and use it.
My only problem,
And it was funny.
and it's nothing wrong against Phasmophobia, but they're kind of smaller games.
Oh yeah,
Like they're independent games,
Mhm.
which nothing to dog. I think Phasmophobia is a great game. Go out and play it. But it's like I almost said, what I keep saying is AAA studios have the funds, and I know Arc Raiders is in a AAA studio, but its success would be rated at like what you would say a AAA would be, like with other games like Call of Duty. And it's just kind of like we're seeing AAA studios go so hard on things, like strict on communication. Like Josh said, Call of Duty, they'll flag you for anything nowadays. So instead of rewarding the player for being active in the voice chat, because honestly, the one of the greatest moments about like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare back in the day
Was the voice chat? Yeah.
and was trash talking the other players.
Also, there was a lot
Halo
of
2, yeah.
things that came out of that too.
There was, but the fun part was you would get to trash talk to people, or you had great comms and you made friends. But like that's where Arc Raiders succeeds, because it's like do that, go trash talk. You can trash talk. We're not gonna do anything. Go make friends, and it's rewarding to the player. Where nowadays I find AAA's don't have that anymore. AAA multiplayer games, and they kind of like Marvel Rivals. I know when me and you hop on all the time,
Lethal Company was another one I was thinking of.
we like never hear anybody talk.
Yeah, but
remember-
when you're in the higher ranks, though, you do get a lot of people that like to talk because communicate. Normal like success in gaming.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's like
He just dropped when you're in the higher ranks.
but
When you're an
Not-
elitist,
Ooh, I'm up there.
not to dog on that, but like there's a certain level when you're just high, when you're that high, you're just talking about comms and you're just saying, oh, they're on the left.
Or I'm
There's no-
ulting. I'm
Hey,
ulting
there's
right
no-
now.
You're just being
Yeah,
succinct.
like you go play like Call of Duty lobbies, you had your pro players, and they probably got mad, but then you had just people that were
the
having
person
fun.
who went 0-23 and 0
was
and
the biggest trash talker.
They were the biggest trash talker. You suck. That's all you hear from them.
Like, do you remember all the YouTube videos, like the napkin guy?
Yeah.
And, like, the flashbang?
Or like the you have Uno.
Which I feel like we don't. I feel like we don't get moments like that anymore in these days.
He's knocked my camera like 5 times.
I may have put it a little too close behind it, but it's fine. I needed an angle. Scoot in.
I always like to, like, when you have a good match against someone and you like sniping or whatever, and they just keep wrecking your world. And then your only mission that whole game is I'm gonna at least kill this guy one
then you
time.
trash talk him
And
after.
then you get it, and you're like, suck that the one time, and they wrecked you like 10.
Dude, well, I just remember like with Halo, we'd get into like randoms. We'd either, if it was just me and another guy, and we'd be playing, and we jump in a team with 2 others, and you just meet them, and you're like, hey, you guys want to play a few rounds? Or I had a couple where they would even invite me, where I was playing by myself, and they're like, hey, you want to join us? And I had like a handful of friends that I had added because we just played a few matches one night, and then that's how you meet people on. Like, they just don't have that anymore. I feel
Yeah,
like
I feel like it's that's I've also noticed that like modern day gaming, it's hard to make friends online.
Not saying that it's not there, but
It's not as good as it used to.
Roblox kind of ruined some stuff. I think
I think that's another problem. Like,
Yeah,
the
you gotta be
games
a little
that
careful.
focus on it, like Roblox VR chat, has way too many problems.
There's demographics.
Regulations do need to be forced on cases.
Well, and then like of course, like I said, Call of Duty was a big one because it's like a very popular. Like a lot of people play it. A lot of casual people will probably still play Call of Duty, even though it's not a great game. So a lot of the casual players are in that game, but you can't hardly have voice chat anymore. It's so like restrictive in that one. And then like Arc Raiders is good because it's a little bit more middle ground. Phasmophobia for a long time was good for people in the PC realm just because it was a more casual game where you would just talk
And now
to
it's on
people.
PlayStation.
And then-
oh, go ahead.
And then the games that are like indie that have like really good proximity chat, you like need friends.
Yeah, because
You
like
can
you
play
only
it.
have like 1,000 total players.
Yeah.
Which Call of Duty was it that had death comms? As soon as you like killed someone, you hear their
I
death
think that
comms
was-
for like 3 seconds.
I want to say it was either Cold War or was it like
Forget which one it
the
was.
newer ones?
That was
Yeah.
Was it Modern
That
Warfare
was
2? It was
always-
Modern Warfare 2.
that was always hilarious. And you kill
would-
someone and
you're like, go.
son of a.
I still think about that clip when they're in the gulag and they're fighting to see who gets respawned, and he kills the guy, and this other dude has like a really deep voice, and the guy's like, "I just killed Satan."
I mean, the one where he kills the guy, and then the kid's like, "Oh no!" And then he's just like, "What did I do?"
Death comms were always funny to listen
Comms
to.
are great, like because and then like military sims, I will say like they do have some funny moments with comms.
Well, whenever
Hold
they're
fast.
whenever they do like their actual like role play, like I can't wait to go back to my wife and kids, and then they just gets blasted by artillery.
Have you seen
There's the Hell Let
Have you
Loose.
seen the Revolutionary War?
The
Hold
Hold
Fast.
Fast. And there's like the Scottish guy. Oh no, he's like, "Stay strong, lads. Do not break the band." He's like playing the bagpipe in real life.
That was like Stone Mountain was really good with comms when he would go into PUBG and then he was doing Battlefield and all right guys, this is your commander speaking and all that, and just dive in. All right, everyone rally up.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, Stone Mountain 64, he was really good at comms
I'm
and
trying to
having
think
that
if
fun.
Battlefield 6 had good comms. Like I didn't really.
No,
I met a
I
couple
don't
during
think
the
so.
beta, but not so much after the game
I
actually came out.
don't really I mean, it seems like there's at least I actually have the audio muted because I don't really care to listen, but you'll see the people type stuff and all that, and it's pretty funny when you get called a camper and you're like, dude, I just killed you in like 5 different spots.
You would think that in a game like Battlefield that is more squad oriented, that they would emphasize the communication a bit more.
I just wish it was like rewarded more. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Like,
wish
it's not rewarded at all now.
I wish the voice chat wasn't just limited to the squad. I wish it was everybody that you could hear.
Like
Proximity.
Yeah, proximity.
Battlefield does have the proximity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they have proximity chat. So like if you're nearby, you'll hear someone if you have your comms up.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hear someone nearby talking to their squad. So there is some prox chat.
Nah, we need
if
a
I remember
game
correctly.
that doesn't have an
Let me look
option to
that
turn
up.
off comms.
I'm pretty sure.
Mute your mic.
They had done one of those back in the day, but it didn't really do
You
it.
have to have your mic on.
It must have a mic and must have it on.
Yeah, you must have it on.
That's like how
How do they
Phasmophobia
prove that?
works.
Huh?
How do they prove that?
by having a voice
you have
activity.
Yeah, if you don't have voice
So if
activity.
you're just chilling there like nothing's happening, you
You
just get
can't play the game unless you verbally say yes. And the
Well,
game
no,
is
because
affected.
like even most mics will pick up on the faintest sound.
Or it's like
So if it's completely muted, there'll be zero.
you have to do like a gotcha every time.
What- and, it's and you have to have a good mic because if you have a fan just blasting onto your Xbox 360
Hey,
headset,
those are the fun times because then you get somebody like, "Shut up," you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
turn that
It's like I have Uno.
Xbox
It
off.
looks like they don't have prox chat. That was one of the things they were talking about.
See,
Oh.
And I
Battlefield-
think they were talking about it in the battle royale mode.
No,
At
no,
least
I
there.
want it in the regular game mode. I want to hear all the chaos
in
around
Hell Let
me.
Loose,
Dude,
it
that
does.
would be crazy.
Hell Let Loose has proximity chat, right?
It does, yeah.
And everybody's just like dying. It's like real World War II out there.
So it's like military sims to a degree. They're really fun, especially when you get more casual people that are just there to have like Hell Let Loose. There's a lot of fun because if you find like a casual lobby, because there's some RP lobbies that like if you break character, it's like you have committed the war crime and you're going to trial and you will get executed for it. Like,
You committed
no offense to those
treason at the
people,
highest
but
offense.
like it's not that
Label
serious,
it.
guys. It's not that serious.
I saw a video. So I haven't played Hell Let Loose, but I've watched quite a few videos. And there's this guy, MG42, I think is in his name or whatever. So that's his main gun. I'm like watching, and I was like, okay. He's doing the shores of Normandy, so he's on the Axis side shooting down. And then one of the other clips was like, oh, this is how much of a punk this guy is. He's right in the spot where they spawn. So it's not like, oh, they airdrop in. It's all of a sudden 10 allies just appear, and he's brrr. I was like, I thought this was a little more realistic, but I guess not.
I am excited they're gonna make the Hell Let Loose Vietnam.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm excited for that one. I still love there's that one clip of the guy who missed the truck. And he's like trying to run after it, and they're like,
And it gets blown
they're like,
up.
come on, or no, and then like the truck starts pulling away, and the guy in the truck's like, we'll see you on the front lines, and then just gets hit with a missile. Blows up. It's
like a
such
Fury moment right there.
Oh, it was so great. He's like, we'll see you on like immediately right after finishing that sentence, you see this missile go right into
And that guy's like, I'm glad I was not in that.
like that game.
I love
is pretty fun.
I love the Steam reviews on that game.
What's like I have PTSD now. Because how realistic it was, or like anytime I hear a bombing strafe, I get scared.
You guys have played Hell Let Loose?
Yeah.
You have?
I still have it if you want to get on it and hop on.
Didn't
I have to re-download
You're
it.
in your
Didn't Luke
GTA
play?
mode right now.
I'm actually coming back to Marvel Rivals.
What
after
about
taking
Arc
a month.
Raiders?
I'm down to play that too.
I don't know if I really want to jump
Well,
in with
just
George,
keep in
though.
mind that George is
Yeah,
leaning towards the offensive side. 'Cause
Yeah.
whenever we played, we always got attacked.
I'm always on like the offense, or like I'm always like ready to throw down if someone wants to throw
Yeah,
down.
we're gonna have to be like, George, stand down. Stand. Yeah.
Is there team killing?
No.
No.
Dang. That's what you need for people like George on your team. You're like, hey, I'm going to put you down.
They should do that as a mode. Be like,
Yeah, that would
full
be-
friendly fire,
Hardcore.
and everything. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendly fire. Take down your own teammate if you absolutely have to. Hey, I'm sorry about this guy.
But you gotta say, when me, you and I, or me, Isaac, and Jacob, we would play, I would always clutch up for the team every time.
Because you started the fight.
No,
you're
they
in a-
would be getting gunned down in some room, and I have to go in there and just murder everybody.
Is it
Because you
'cause
were
George
shooting at him
is an
first.
aggressive player, so he's used to fights, but me and Isaac weren't because we just like to go make friends.
I made up for it whenever we did our Stella Montes runs.
Bro,
Those were
me
great.
and Isaac cooked in Stella Montes. What's the shotgun called? That's like a one tap to anybody throwing.
what was it? El Toro?
El
Oh,
Toro,
the El
yeah.
Toro, yeah.
That shotgun in
What was
Stella
the
Montes,
revolver?
The Anvil.
Anvil.
That one was. My
You know
favorite.
what more games need to bring back on like vote to kick.
Oh,
I feel like that
in
could be
the
so
Siege
easily
days.
abused.
But it
was.
was Rainbow Six Siege back in its prime. It had vote to kick, and it was the greatest feature of all time because, like, as a community, you built like tribal things, and so what is it was clutch or kick.
Yeah.
So it'd be like you had a 1 or 5 situation. You're pretty much
1v5.
guaranteed to lose. But the whole your whole team's like clutch or kick, and they would hold their end of the bargain. If you die, you're kicked. Or my favorite one is when there's voice chat and you get somebody that says actually, and then you see everybody vote to kick them.
Another one is squeakers.
Yes,
Dude, the most messed up messages I ever got on Xbox was from people playing Rainbow Six. I jumped on because you guys played, and I was like, well, I'll join and play a game or two. And then I got some bad messages. I'm not good, but
Did you get crazy death
Even
threats?
if you,
Yeah.
even if someone chose your character and everybody else was your friend in the lobby, you would vote to kick them so you could get the character you wanted.
And then they had the friendly fire, and it wasn't that punishable.
Yeah, they didn't because
So-
now they used to kick. They kick
Yeah.
you now for.
I mean, they
friendly
would
fire.
if you got too crazy, but like they had some leniency. Oh, my favorite moments is hop off that character. No, it's mine. And then it's like, all right, when this match starts, there's a fire going right now.
that was like Call of Duty hardcore mode when you would, like I had a couple guys that would just run right in my way on purpose, and I'd friendly fire.
but then
Okay,
they
all
would
right,
start
one. And
turning
then
the
they do it
damage on
again.
you.
And then they would do it again, and then I get kicked. I'm
Which
like,
that's why I felt like Siege was more lenient because that would
Because
happen
people would do
all
it,
the time.
yeah.
But now, if they do it on purpose, you're the one getting punished. It's like it's not my fault.
After
You
a few
ran in front
times,
of me.
yeah,
Well, Call of Duty, like I said, now they don't kick you. You just
No,
like,
they-
if you shoot them, you get
you get the damage now. Yeah.
It's just so stupid. If you run in front of my bullets, you're gonna die.
I think didn't they do it where you could accidentally kill a teammate a couple times, but then after so many times, instead of you getting voted
two.
out, then it damages you now.
See, and that's what like I liked because it was almost like self-moderating. Because if you did get a player who would just kill you for no reason, like almost instantly people would ban him. You know, and so like it did even itself out. But like I said, it was always fun because it was that tribal group that was like you had the like because that's comms were being used to tell this guy, hey, if you don't win, we're gonna kick you type of thing. If you don't clutch this 1v5, then you're trash. Even though we all die.
Yeah, you guys are all the first to die.
Yeah, it's always the like if you were gonna do it, make sure you didn't die last.
It was always like, you're the last person. You're the clutch or kick scenario.
Hytale. I'm curious about that one.
What do you want to talk about?
Hytale.
So on a streak of talking about good games, apparently, Hytale has been making a lot of is grabbing a lot of people's attention, especially Minecraft fans. And I saw a quick
that's why I haven't
YouTube
heard of
short
Oh,
where whenever they played it, they're like,
I know what you're
"Do
talking.
you remember Ratatouille?" Where the guy he takes one bite of the rat's cooking,
Yeah.
and then it like takes him back to his childhood. Well, this was like in that same sort of format where the guy's like, I'm just gonna play some Hytale and see how it is, and then he immediately has like flashbacks to being a child playing Minecraft and being like having all these new experiences and everything's all like great and fantastical. And it's like, I could play
Have
this
you
game
seen it?
forever.
Microsoft killed Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should look at Hytale. It actually
Is it?
it's Minecraft, but it's more of an RPG. Like
More of like a fantasy
It looks
type.
like-
A,
It looks like RuneScape.
it looks like it kind of in between a Minecraft and like I don't know about RuneScape, but
It's like I know it does have
Is
like a
it
fantasy
multiplayer?
type of thing.
Mhm.
Is it just like a survival RPG?
I did see somebody
Yeah.
made a program that you could play Hytale and Minecraft
At the
in
same time.
same lobby.
Yeah.
Like it was like a cross play kind of thing. It was pretty neat. It was just so I've never actually seen the game, so I didn't know what it was.
So a Hytale is its own game, right?
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
And it looks exactly like Minecraft.
A little different. I think
It's still blocky.
Well, yeah.
It looks like it in the sense that it's a voxel like first person thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's crafting. I know there's crafting
Yeah.
in the game, so I think that's where people do the Minecraft clone.
You
Is
can
it-
get a
is it good?
breaker for $70?
Apparently it's good. Apparently people are actually enjoying it, and it's like even though it's like people might complain, oh, they're just copying Minecraft, but it's holding its own as a unique take on this type of game.
So the notes I'm taking away is go home and play a Hytale. Don't go play a Highguard. Right.
Yep.
And it's
Or go get some kale.
Hytale.
Do the boom.
Is it this one? No.
That's even better.
Okay.
We know it's this one in the corner now.
We gotta mark those or label them to see.
We'll have to customize them eventually.
We can customize them with noises that George makes.
Like what?
Come.
I was thinking of adding the bruh in there somewhere.
Bruh.
Honestly,
His mic peaking at the highest
I just think they're too close to being Minecraft.
You could try it out.
Joshua needs to get some sort of device for the podcast because he cannot look at anything.
He had a Steam Deck.
I did that, and you guys made fun of me for it.
Don't you have a laptop?
No, I have a work laptop, but no, and it's at work.
Just bring your desktop.
Just look.
I got my
Joshua,
monitors.
just buy a laptop.
Yeah,
I need to
just
buy a laptop.
suck it up and get a MacBook.
George, don't you still have that cheap
I
laptop?
actually want the
I
Lenovo.
know, but my girlfriend's using
Lenovo?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the ThinkPad or the
No, the gaming, the
Legion?
Legion. Yeah.
I was looking at one of those. I was looking at replacing my desktop with a laptop.
Bro.
Why?
So like, you
'Cause
know,
you have a laptop. You can do stuff too.
We have segued into our technology segment.
but like, you know how a certain demographic of people,
Like who?
Hold on.
I'm not saying everybody.
Specify.
I'm not going to
Specify.
specify this demographic. No. But I'm just going to say like, there's certain people that like change things about their lives because they just want change. And usually it's a body part or like something on their body. And I'm saying like piercings, hair color,
Tattoos.
I'm not like going where Isaac's thinking. I'm just saying
Anyway.
this demographic could be a lot of people. I'm not saying a certain, but I think we all know
No, we don't.
people like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Move on.
No, I'm just like, I need a change in my life. And instead of dyeing my hair, I want to replace my computer.
You're starting school. That's a big change.
Yeah, you could also do Markiplier.
Yeah, but that's
get,
not
like,
technology.
Half red or something.
So what are you gonna like? You're gonna spend way too much for RAM.
Well, that's why I'm selling my PC and buying a
The thing is,
cheaper
I
system.
think
Why?
Jacob sees Isaac doing different things. And then I think Jacob feels left out, so he has to do
So
different things.
what are you gonna get better out of this cheaper laptop that you can't do with your nice PC?
Move it.
But you already
You
have a
have
laptop.
this.
Yeah, but it can't game on my couch.
Your Steam
gosh.
Deck.
You have.
Not Windows.
Oh my gosh.
You can put Windows. Like I was
Dude,
having this conversation with you.
all
You
your
can put
arguments,
Windows
they,
on the Steam Deck.
you make no sense whatsoever.
It's literally, I'm not trying to make sense. I'm being honest. I just need change in my life.
I got a couple quarters in the truck.
Bro, you barely just moved out last year.
I need more change.
What change?
A new laptop.
Oh
No
my
more
god.
desktop.
Bro, what's your obsession with laptops?
I just think they're neat.
That's why you got this laptop.
I thought it's neat. And I
Yeah,
like
so
it.
you don't need another laptop.
No, but I don't. I'm getting rid of. I'm replacing my desktop with a laptop. So it's not like I'm just buying another laptop on
Jacob.
top of what I already have.
You're
Jacob, do you want to list the number of devices you have in total right now?
I have this laptop. I have 2 desktops. So I have a mini PC, which is a mini's form, and then I have my gaming desktop.
and the gaming desktop is the
I
one
have-
you want to get rid of.
Yeah, I have
Your Steam Deck.
I have a Steam Deck. I have a Samsung tablet. I have my iPhone. I also have a Lenovo ThinkPad laptop.
So there's a bunch of other laptops and other things he could do, but
He also sold me like 5. How many different laptops? 5 or 6?
Like 5 or 6. But to be fair, those laptops
I think there's some wires crossed.
didn't even support Windows 10.
Like I told Jacob, that is completely unnecessary for him to sell his desktop PC.
But you see, I'm selling it and I'd be buying something cheaper.
And
So
then
it's
what are
not
you
like
going to
I'm
do with the extra
losing
money? What are you going to do with the
Gamble.
extra money?
Sports betting, Tim.
I feel like the only.
I think we're drilling down to the source.
I'd go back to that laptop that I just purchased and put the money back into it to gamble.
And then,
Actually, I do not
then
condone
it's-
gambling.
Then it's going to be, all right, guys, I need to sell this cheap laptop.
he just
And
turned
get something
21
cheaper.
and he has gambling on his mind already.
Yeah, Tim. I'm 21. I don't drink. I don't gamble. I don't do anything bad to my body besides overeat sometimes.
So maybe the change is
I need changes.
exercise, not extra fries.
Yeah, but that's not a change that I want. I want a new laptop.
I can't make fun of him because I would switch my hardware like every 2 months.
Hey, at least this desktop lasted me 2 years and not 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I can't speak because my laptop before this only lasted 6 months.
You know, my computers is pretty much the same one I've had for.
Yeah, you need an upgrade.
No, actually, I keep upgrading parts on it. I don't even think it's like. Actually, I'm thinking back, and I think almost every part of it has been changed almost. Like I got a new case, got a new motherboard.
There you go. Just do that. Just change out a part.
Got a new RAM.
The only thing is like your
change out a
storage,
part.
I think, is still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just storage.
Change out a part and then it'll feel like a new PC.
No.
Yeah, but I don't need anything changed. That's the problem.
Exactly.
You don't need anything. You don't
changed.
need.
But I just gotta replace the whole thing.
You don't need.
Exactly. I don't.
Why
I'm not saying.
Why can't you just be satisfied?
I'm not saying I need it.
Do you go to your girlfriend and tell her, "I need a change"?
Yes, I told her it. I need Jane. Goo goo gaga.
He wants to be Dobbs.
Look,
I just gotta swap you out now.
Tim, keep in mind.
It's that time.
Do keep in mind. Do keep in mind.
Do keep in mind.
Do keep in mind.
He did it again.
I'm not saying this is a necessity for. I'm just saying I want a change, and so I might do it.
Okay. Can we move on now?
I think there's underlying issues.
Like what?
I don't know.
Welcome to our therapy session.
Jacob was saying he only wants to change because he wants more desk space.
George, take a couple inches away from the mic.
He wants more desk space.
More desk space.
It would be nice.
For what?
But you like I
For all
told
my
him,
gambling money.
He can literally build like a mini PC and still have like good specs in it.
Yeah.
A laptop can still have good specs in it. If you don't mind the overheating,
and a loud turbojet engine sound.
it's fine. Just turn your heads up more. If it bothers other people, that's not your fault.
Exactly.
Noise canceling. That's
Just get your headphones and turn them up to the max. And if it's still loud, just move your laptop somewhere else.
Learn to be happy with what
Get
you
a big
got.
extension cable. I'm not saying. I just want to, Tim. I just want to.
Anybody watching this podcast, please talk some sense into this guy, please.
It makes no sense.
Or if you guys want a desktop, hit me up.
I like how we've directed the nonsense attention to him now.
Isaac, you're not getting scot-free, Mr. Steam Deleter.
we already
No,
had
but
his
Isaac
time.
has a genuine reason to why he wants to delete Steam.
No, but that we have not gotten into that.
No, but like how he's talked to us about it, he has a genuine reason. Jacob has no reason.
I know Jacob has.
Okay, but Isaac's reason, all right, he says he wants to replace it with something else. But where's that something else?
To be discovered.
He said he was gonna like make a game or something. We had.
Yeah,
this
he said there was like
conversation
multiple
10 minutes.
things that he wants to do or possibly.
Do you remember that
could do.
game we were working on? Which one was? We worked on a couple.
Karen Defender.
No, not that.
Karen Offender.
So you had to protect. You had to protect the 5G.
Protect.
You had to protect.
You had to protect the 5G.
the 5G.
The 5G.
No,
And those many going.
From the EMPs.
no, you had to. What was it? No, you had to protect a cell tower from the Karens, and you blasted them with 5G radio waves.
And then blew him up. And I got the highest score in that game.
He did get the highest score, and he did win the prize at the end.
Dude, that game had such bad RNG. I was like, you're a terrible coder. He 5-coded that.
Just get good. I kind of
Yeah, the only reason I had a good run is because the Karens would spawn in the perfect spot, so I didn't have to move so much.
Yeah, if you were down at the very bottom, it was almost impossible to get to the very top at the end game because of how fast they were moving. So if you had a Karen spawn at the very bottom, you were cooked.
No, the strat was you would try to get the hitbox at the very top, so there would be so little movement.
You recreated Pong.
I did. Yeah, I did do that. It was a little buggy. The collision was not good, but
I said Isaac should have made an RPG after that, but he never did. because
you can make like a Legend of Zelda knockoff.
but make it against
Nintendo,
Karen.
Nintendo heard that.
Can't do it anymore.
Now,
Sorry.
now, to be absolutely clear, just because I deleted Steam doesn't mean I'm backing away from gaming entirely. I'm just backing away from like the soul-sucking hundreds of hours games,
Like the live service games.
that would plague
He's
my.
gonna just do the soul sucking. I'm gonna code a game
E-
for
either-
hundreds of
But
hours.
it's funny because he went and he's gonna like go emulate all these older games.
Legally, I have owned these games. But no,
But
I'm
if
going,
you can't own it,
If you can't own it, you're not.
is it really piracy?
I'm going to the retro side so that I can enjoy the simpler times and like the simpler games and be on a battery device that will limit my playtime because I have no self-control.
But the funny thing is, I was like, those games you could still sink hundreds of hours in. Like Pokemon Red, that game's old. I love that game. I'll sink so many hours into that game. Isaac, you're a silly, goofy guy.
So are you.
Yeah.
So are you.
Super Mario World. That's a good one. Speaking of Super Mario, did you guys see the trailer for the Mario Galaxy?
Team Rosalina all the way.
I saw the Yoshi clip, but it was the edited voice. So the guy was like, man, I really like the direction they're using this Yoshi voice actor. And they're like, who's this guy? He's like, hey, my name's Yoshi. I'm the green dragon. It's like a really poor voiceover. It's so funny. Like, yo, my name's Yoshi and I'm the green.
Yeah, I'm team Rosalina all the way.
I respect. No Peach. Not Peach. The orange one.
Daisy,
Daisy.
the orange one.
She wears orange.
But
He had like a brain
she
orange.
but my true team is she's not in the movie, but it's the girl that's in Mario Odyssey.
I thought you were going to say baby.
No. The girl from Mario Odyssey, the mayor.
I know you're talking
With the red dress.
I respect it.
I prefer her all over anybody else.
Honestly, Odyssey did Mario dirty. He got all dressed for that wedding and got denied.
I know, bro. I hated that game after I beat it.
Bro, he risks his life.
He went through 8 different worlds to save Peach and went to the moon to save Peach, and she still rejected him at the end of the game. Spoilers.
Spoilers on a game that came out 6 or 8 years ago.
I never played that one actually.
Oh my god, bro.
Well, now it's ruined.
I mean, it basically sounds like every other Mario game.
Spoiler alert, Mario has to save the princess. And he goes to a different
She's
world.
not in the first castle. Or the second. Maybe.
Why are you saying
So I guess moving on to our final segment here in the free for all. Speaking of things that happened in the past, I kind of wrote this in myself, even though it's in Jacob's section of the notes, but I missed part of the argument that you guys had about classic literature. What was that about?
Oh, you wrote that in my section? Why would you do that?
Because yours was blank and I felt sorry for you.
Thank you. I guess I get to have this talk then. No, I've been talking too much. Josh, you talk.
Yeah, you always talk. Okay. Well,
Tickle
no.
your balls after this.
Okay, that's in there. No, I came over.
Clip that, someone clip that.
What did I come over and ask you? I was like asking about.
You said classics were trash.
I never said that.
No, he said no because I was like,
He was like,
no,
I'm reading IQ 84.
no.
And I was like, oh, well, afterwards, I was like, why don't you read The Way of Kings? Because I'm about to start reading The Way of Kings. And I was like, we could read it and kind of like go back and forth. I mean, you wanted to start a book club. And I was like, that could be a good one to start. The Way of Kings by Brandon
I think
Sanderson.
you're saying that Jacob only wanted to read
And then
classics.
Jacob was like, well, no, I think after I read this, I'm going to read Dostoevsky. And then he's like going off on this whole list of these old like Russian Dostoevsky books. And I'm like, you've read, like,
George.
I've been waiting to do this.
But then he goes, "You're just a boring person." I'm like,
I was like,
bro,
I said, you're no fun, was the words I said.
classic literature is fun.
Depending on which classic literature we're
Classic
talking about.
literature is fun.
You call Shakespeare fun?
Yeah, I bet people had tons of fun back in the day
Yeah,
listening to that.
I mean, technically, the stories are good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they,
so good that they keep getting replicated to this day.
It's annoying.
She's the goat.
Nomeo.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet
Nomeo?
You don't remember that one?
is about garden gnomes.
you don't remember
That was a fever dream.
Sadly, it was not.
Did
You
they
remember?
like?
You were flushed away too. Do that one? Hugh Jackman played a rat. You don't remember that?
Hey, I love Flushed Away.
I know. But anyways, yeah,
Flushed
that was the
away.
conversation
It's
because I
about
was
a
like,
rat that gets flushed down the toilet.
And then,
So it was
Jacob
Jacob who says classic literature is underrated.
He says it's underrated, and I know I don't have an argument. Like classic literature is good, but I've been reading a bunch of fantasy and sci-fi novels, and I was like, we both have a copy of The Way of
don't
Kings.
be calling classic liture boring.
So what
And
are you where are you considering classic literature?
the
Anything
ones that
published by the Penguin.
exactly.
Penguin.
That's
No,
what
because he was like,
Penguin
well,
Publishing.
and he tried to turn on me because he's like, well, didn't you not finish The Road? And I was like, well, I haven't. And he's like, well, that's Cormac McCarthy. And I was like, yeah, but that one came out in 2003. And,
No, it's gonna be the.
and I was like,
That-
it just wasn't my thing.
Dude, he was 2. That's classic.
before my time. What are you talking about? That's
that
classic
was
to me.
before his time.
I was like, it's just a slow book because I read 100 pages. It took me forever.
Yeah,
and
he
I was like,
even he was -2.
I just remember reading that and I was thinking like,
He had
my-
negative KD at that time.
How would I have negative KD?
That doesn't make sense.
He's 0.
Oh, I kind of get it. He became alive.
Don't think about it too much. Don't feed
Yeah.
into it.
Don't give in to it.
Anyway, I was like, yeah. There's some books that I just find not fun. I mean, not saying that The Road is supposed to be fun, but I just didn't enjoy reading because, like, I was reading that one and it took me forever, and I was like, man, am I like in a slump or something? And then I got The Lost World, and I read that in a week,
I'm just saying.
and that
do
was
you
like,
consider The Lost World classic? Based on your definition of The Road being classic, and then I would say
Before my time.
Jurassic Park and Lost Road should be classic.
I say it's a
Ultra classic for
I
you.
say it's a classic once it has the penguin on it.
That's the penguin. If there's a penguin, then
It's
you
a
know it's
classic.
certified classic.
Exactly.
That's a
well,
certified
if you look at his
OG.
bookshelf at home, it's kind of funny all the ones that he's got out there. And he'll stand up there and he'll get like in the stance and be like, "Well, this is a novel about it's Wuthering Heights, dude."
Bro, I like classics.
All right, go read Gone with the Wind.
There you go.
I actually want to.
But I just was like, I figured
If it has the penguin or anything associated with like that kind of like genre of publishing, because there's other publishers that post classics.
Jacob was just
Not
telling
my
me
TBR.
earlier.
Have you read Lord of the Rings?
It's on my
Is that
my
a
shelf.
classic?
That would be a
it's
classic.
That's from the 30s.
But it's a classic in that like
Well, no.
It's-
Hobbit was the 30s, and then Lord of the Rings was
I feel like
50s.
classics tend to be like not like almost like genre defining, but they have to be like very influential and to live and escape the like
What about
the current
Odyssey?
time period.
He's got
So,
the
like,
Odyssey and the Iliad.
I do have the Odyssey and the Iliad.
Iliad.
So like books like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, it's a sci-fi, but like people will point out today where it's like as a sci-fi book, it's probably not the best because it doesn't explain any of the science. But when you read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and actually look at it, you realize it was a genre-defining book because it was one of the first sci-fi books to come out. But on top of that, it's a really good, deep, like a deep moving book that can still hold up to this day. You
All
know?
this because I said after he finishes his book and I finish mine, we should both read The Way of Kings.
No, because I said I don't know because I want to read White Knights and then
When was the last
Crime
time
and
you just read a
Punishment.
fantasy novel?
Literally right before I started reading 1Q84.
Which one?
I read
The Sarah J.
the
Maas.
Sarah J. Maas Queen of Midnight or something. The second Throne of
See,
Glass.
what happened to our book club idea where we're gonna?
Well, that's where I threw out the idea of Way of Kings.
Well, George, you got to finish a book so you can start.
I have finished the book. Well, like a book club is like you read your own book, but then you like follow up
or
with your book
you can
club.
pick one book and we all read.
Everyone reads the book.
Well, because you could technically do different books and
You
then talk
could,
about it and
but
kind of share.
that's
But
kind of boring.
Yeah. It'd be
Don't be-
cool if you
It'd
were
be
all
easier
talking
to
about
talk
the
about
same
the
book.
same thing.
You're like, oh, this part was cool.
So-
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So I say we all pick up
50
the
Shades of Grey.
Iliad and the Odyssey because that movie's coming out soon. So we got to finish it before the movie comes out. What do you?
I'm thinking back to
We should do the Count of Monte Cristo.
I would agree
That's
to
a
the
good
Count of
one.
Monte
I,
Cristo.
that one I haven't read, but I would be willing to read that one.
That
For
is a good
as a
That's a
book club.
This guy, be
Alexander Dumas.
He's over here looking at it like that too big for me.
I'm trying to get you to read a
The Way of Kings is
5,000
pretty big.
page.
But we could be like,
5,000 page.
Well, you have each book is 1,000 pages, and there's 5 books so far.
like how we could do with like the Count of Monte Cristo, but like, hey, we'll come back next week. 100, at least read 50 to 100 pages, and we'll talk about it.
You kind of have to finish that book really quick, otherwise
Same
that's a
with
whole
the Way-
year.
Yeah, same with Way of Kings. Although I've seen people say that with that book. They just like get into it and they just start going.
George, what was your definition of a short book? Short
Burke.
book. earlier?
Green eggs and ham.
What's the shortest book you read?
Do instruction manuals count?
No. Spit in my head.
I read it for him.
But I thought mine was like I Am Legend is only like 110 pages or something like that.
Oh,
I
Animal
think
Farm
the
was pretty
shortest
short.
book was Metamorphosis recently I read, and that was like 107 pages or something like that. I did read Anthem by
No Longer Human
Ryan Ant,
was like
Ayn Rand.
120, right?
Yeah.
It was right there. And then
I think-
Animal Farm's like 130.
Anthem by Ayn Rand was the shortest book.
What
I read.
is your definition of, in this case, for a book? Because there's short books.
Yeah, I did
Novellas
technically.
or
I did
short
technically
stories?
read Green Eggs and Ham, and that's like
I don't know. No, short stories are like a couple pages.
I mean, like
a novella.
the Sherlock Holmes, those aren't novels. Those are like a conglomeration of all the stories of the cases.
But they're like short novellas.
But yeah, the
goes
only
there? I
one
don't-
that I think is like a complete novel is The Hound of the Baskervilles, I think.
Why do you guys say novellas?
Because so you have a novel, which I think usually tends to be like 300 to 200 pages or more, and then like a novella is like a short story. That's like 80 to 100 pages.
Whenever I hear novella, I think Mexican soap
Yeah,
opera.
that's what I think too. And novella just means novel.
That's just what they're labeled as in English. You have the two
And my
different.
brain goes, I hear Nutella.
No, the other one I
Novella.
think would be, and I haven't finished it. I get halfway and then I stop, and it's Who Goes There, which is the one they made the thing off of.
So novella is a narrative prose fiction whose length is shorter than most novels, but longer than most novellettes, and short stories.
What's smaller than novelette?
The English
they're the little
word?
guys. They're the midgets.
The English word novella derives from the Italian novella, meaning a short story related to true facts. So it's just a derivative of the Italian word, which is probably the Spanish sense too, because same
Latin.
tree. Yeah, but let's look up what a novelette is, because I've never
They're
actually.
It's a short
They're
story.
just midgets.
It just has a short story.
So how long is a novel?
It just
Well, just
depends, but probably
100
What's
pages.
the minimum?
I don't know. You can have probably a novel in 120, 150 pages minimum.
Yeah, I'm trying. I think The Road is considered a novel, and it's only like 210 pages.
So a novelette is not just a short story, but according to this masterclass.com article, the definition of a novelette is any short fictional work of prose narrative, but they have a lower number of words than a novel or novella, but a higher word count than other forms of prose fiction like short stories or microfiction.
Microfiction.
We're going on.
a rabbit hole.
Now we're going into the quantum realm.
So
The quantum
any,
fiction.
any work of fiction with a word count between 7,500 and 19,000 words is genuinely considered a novelette. So there's
a
your
lot of words, dude.
What about
Not really.
What's below micro?
at that point, a
Dude,
sentence.
some of my reports could be novelettes.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to look at my word
1,000
count
But
on
I
some
think
of the
they have.
reports
I think in
I
English
submit.
they have to be considered fiction.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Works of
but
fiction.
I'm just saying.
I was gonna
Now,
say, like-
now my future email when I turn in a report. Here's my novelette.
So basically, the long emails that we get from customers about issues that don't exist, it's fiction.
It's fiction.
Those are short stories,
Yeah, they're not long enough.
and they are sci-fi.
Exactly.
which is fiction.
Sci-fi fiction, yeah.
Oh,
I don't
boy.
think. Well, I get, you,
So when you come to-
sci-fi have any sort of nonfiction,
I mean, there's some interesting
You
stories
can talk
that
about
you
like
can
NASA
write.
and stuff.
but that wouldn't be considered sci-fi.
Why not?
A science
Fiction. I'm like, hold on, wait, what did you just? I don't think there's a non-fiction sci-fi. They're all.
That's called science.
That's just normal science.
So Jacob, of your classic
Did you-
literature.
Well, you guys didn't have science books in school, did you?
You did.
Oh, an actual book?
Like
Yeah.
a textbook.
Oh, okay.
That we use like once out of the whole year.
and if you were lucky, you got the one with all the
back in
drawings.
chemistry.
That was
Oh
our
yeah, no,
teacher
we
right
used
there.
it more because the teacher was never there. So he just said, "Here's the book. Figure it out yourself."
And you had to picture every other page, hopefully.
Yes.
They drew the female reproduction.
And everybody, ha ha ha.
That was health class.
It said, "Go to page 37." You flip the page, and it's a penis.
That was in biology.
And it was in my textbooks too, so it was universal.
Wait, it was you that did it. No.
The ancient writings.
No, the worst was the gum or the boogers that were in between the pages.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
I was going to ask.
But what were you saying?
I was going to say, with your classic literatures, what's your favorite genre of classic, like
Sci-fi.
Classic
Frankenstein
literature. Because I think
classic
more
literature is not in itself a
I think
genre.
traditional fiction, like where it's just like stories that take place in the real world, but are fictional.
So you would say something
Wuthering
like
Heights.
Romeo and Juliet.
Or
Yeah,
I don't know. That one's kind of out there a little bit. Romeo and Juliet.
but it's a fiction
something
story.
like,
There's nothing there's nothing magical that happens.
Yeah, the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, they're
Count of Monte Cristo.
I think that's
What about the one in World War II?
World War II?
There's a lot about World War II.
You gotta have you ever been to that section of Barnes and Noble?
Never mind.
I do want to read All Quiet on the Western Front. I saw the Netflix
I
movie and I really loved it, and I heard the book's really good too.
Yeah, I haven't read that one yet. What was it? There was a one for the Civil War. That was a good one. It's considered a classic. I can't think of the name of it. I'll have to let you know.
George, like, what about you?
I heard you don't like fantasy.
It's not okay. I just said George.
Jacob
tends
straight
not-
up was like, George hates fantasy novels.
What? Why'd you say
I did that, but I would say no. George.
I liked more of the thought provoking books, like the books that make you
Like reading
make your
exam.
brain work.
Let me throw you under the bus one more time.
What did you read that you were like saying it was hard to get through?
Well, I read Star Wars Death
Wars.
Troopers, and it was hard to get through because it's a cool story, but it just was boring too.
I was going to throw Jacob under the bus one
Wait,
more time.
what?
After
It was
he
like a
said,
mindless read.
Diss me,
What
dog.
book?
he was like,
Death Troopers.
Star Wars Death Troopers.
Oh, I haven't read
the
that
zombie one. So Jacob says George doesn't like fantasy novels. He likes books that will make you think. He's like, not like, he's like Lord of the Rings. It's just a fantasy story. It doesn't have any kind of meaning, I was like, yeah, the story from a man who went through World War One, the story of a small being in this huge world that he has to
Lost
go off
almost all his friends
Take-
because of the war.
to go fight in some place that he's never been to, and nobody else is gonna know what he went to do because it's in another place of the world. And there's like this whole thing that if he doesn't go, the whole world might end. That
But
kinda
like
sounds
I said, I can't confirm.
I apologize for that.
I can't confirm, but for what I've read to now, it's like, well, I can still go and read it and I can see if I like it or not. But like I read No Longer Human, and that have you read No Longer Human?
No, but I've seen you.
Have you read No Longer Human?
That's the
So that-
Japanese.
Yeah, that's the
Author.
Japanese author. That book, even though how short it is,
There's a lot of Japanese. I don't know a specific Japanese author.
I can't remember his name.
that book really makes you think, and it makes you sympathize with the characters. Just with
the book. It's
with the events that occur within the book. Because
Osamu Dazai
yeah,
is the original author, but because it's a Japanese book, they get different translations of it. But that's the book is written by.
yeah, and it really makes you like reflect on yourself and think on stuff like, dang, that happened.
Well, it's like the best. It's like a semi-fiction, real autobiography. So, like, in the sense that, like, the story is fiction, but there's events that happen in the story that really happened in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some things that didn't happen to him, and there's some were, and all the characters are not the real names of the real people. And so, but it's like a semi-autobiography, and it depicts like this troubled man mentally
And essentially,
and his
like,
view on the world.
Like the book is called No Longer Human. It's because the troubled man starts to feel like he's disassociating himself from humanity, and he doesn't feel human anymore.
Mm-hmm. But it's like it's a tragic story because at the end it talks about how like
It's some dark
in
subjects.
the book
There's dark subjects.
there's dark subjects, and I don't think we can say on the podcast,
Yeah.
but kind of like self-harm type of thing.
Yeah.
In the book, and so, but it's one of those thought-provoking. Like it's a really short, like George says. I think I showed it to you because I originally read it. I was like, hey, you need to
And
read this.
I have a
and tell me what you
copy,
think.
Tim, if you want to read it anytime.
Yeah, it's like 120 pages.
Yeah,
It's a really short
120
story.
pages. Real short story. Some of the wording is weird because it was originally written in Japanese.
Yeah, so
but
it's translations.
yeah,
You're gonna have the
So
same
all
issue with the Odyssey.
There's multiple
Yeah.
translations, but I just think if you're gonna read No Longer Human for any people, make sure you're in a good headspace. Before you-
Yeah,
it's a hard book to read.
yeah.
The book, Jacob, was The Red Badge of Courage.
The Red Badge of Courage. I need to
It's a
update my
classic.
Goodreads.
It's a classic book there.
But it's not just like classics I like to read. I do like current day fiction, but I just think my books that I like to read tend to be more just fiction. Stories that take place in our world but are fiction, like are made
They're
up.
fake stories. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like sci-fi, I like fantasy, and I think there's a time and place for those. Personally, for me, like a time and place for me when I want to go read those. Like Tim likes to read more of that military fiction. Would you describe it that way, or is it real life military?
No, I do fantasy so like the current series I'm reading right now is military fiction set during World War II.
Well, a lot of your books are like that.
That's just some of them.
I remember scrolling. I saw a lot.
What
of
about
those.
Rich
There's-
Dad Poor Dad?
Rich Dad Poor Dad. That is not military fiction. That one's a good read, and that was something I was gonna say is like something I practice in my reading is usually I'll read a fiction or two fiction books. So it ranges from fantasy, military fiction, to Star Wars to sometimes I'll go do a classic literature fiction book, but then I will switch to nonfiction. And sometimes I'm reading two books at the same time. So I'll have a nonfiction and a fiction book. So I'll bounce back and forth depending on certain topics I'm reading about or studying. And then, so like right now, I just finished, so it was a military one, but it was on the history. It was called Targeted Beirut. And it was about the Beirut attacks on a military compound or military base in Beirut that happened in 1982, and how the author's going on his next book is going to be leading up how like that was the start of our modern day terrorism that we see now, kind of the start of all that, how it went from the old world of World War II into the Cold War and then into this, and it led into what we experience now currently with the modern day kind of terrorist groups and stuff like that. So it's an interesting read. One of the next books I have, nonfiction, is about the Cold War era. And it's by like a Harvard or some professor who wrote this. So I bounce around, but it depends on
I like fantasy.
what's my fancy.
You know what's one series that I will despise?
What's that?
Smut.
It's not a series. That'd be like a
genre.
I don't know
Called-
the genre.
Smut? You never heard of that?
No.
It's erotic books. And I feel like,
That would be why I haven't heard of it.
dude, I'm over here going through Goodreads and not naming names, but like, me and George know who it is. Dog, some of these I'm like, whoa, that's crazy to put out in the public like that to say that you're reading. I'm like, whoa. Giving that a 5 out of 5, that's crazy to say that. I don't know.
So yeah, a smut book is a novel primarily focused on explicit content.
Not up my alley.
Yeah, my recommendation for if we do a book club is I'm going to start reading The Way of Kings pretty soon. So if you guys want to join me,
Or we can do a smut book.
Or the County Monte
read-
Cristo. And we get Isaac
I'm
involved.
down for the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, Isaac, you have plenty of
Have
time.
you
on
read
your
the
hands.
Count of Monte
I
Cristo?
do.
I read a like a kid's version long time ago.
so
I haven't,
you
I
how
haven't
does
read
it
the
go into-
full
Kids version of the Count of Monte
I
Cristo.
haven't read the. Well, no,
I haven't read it, but I've heard there's like dark themes in the book.
no, it's like a there was a
like a
book
pop book?
There was a book series. Yeah,
It's like, and he stabbed.
there was a book series like Great Classics or something series of books that as a kid that in like first, second, third grade that I would read all these books that were all these classic stories. So some of them I have read the full novels later on, and but that's not one of them.
So,
Yeah.
are we picking up the Count of Monte Cristo for our book club?
only if the next one is. Well, I'm still gonna read The Way of Kings either way, but
Okay.
You can read 2 books at once.
I am reading 2 books at once.
So
You
Tim,
can read 3. Wait,
Wait,
define reading.
wait.
Hey.
oh, you know what? You know what? He comes home and he's like, I just got these brand new books for the Red Rising series.
4, 5, and 6.
And he's like 4, 5, or 6. And I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm halfway through book 5. I was like, but you just got them like right now. I was like, oh yeah, I'm listening to the audiobook. I was like, oh, so you haven't actually read any of it.
You haven't learned from the previous conversation.
You've been listening to it, so you understand. Yeah, but you didn't read. Different action. Once
Yeah,
again.
different action.
Then I'm also on the... So basically, like I said, my whole journey on the Cosmere thing, I've read 5 books so far in Cosmere. I've read the 3 books of
Legitimately read.
the Mistborn.
Legitimately read.
Yes, legitimately read.
I
So
he
you're
actually
admitting?
does have those.
Oh,
I
so
see.
he is
I do
admitting
see him
legitimately
reading
read.
those.
Yes, the 3 Mistborns. I've read Tress of the Emerald Sea and Warbreaker.
You read
Read.
Lost World, right?
The Lost World. Yes,
Yeah.
that one. I got that on Kindle for like $2.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a good one.
That one was good. So I read all 5 of those books, all leading up to me reading Way of King. So that's why I'm wanting to do that one now. And then Red Rising, I'm trying to finish because apparently book 7 is supposed to come out this year, and I want to be caught up for when he releases book 7. So
Speed running it.
that's why I'm trying to do audiobook, because like I just got to go. The one I'm reading is 700 and something pages, and then the next one I think is a little under 700.
Okay, let's do a quick round. Favorite author?
Favorite author?
Yeah, one author.
I feel like I haven't read enough to just name an
So
author.
far, what is your favorite author?
So far, my favorite author's been
The guy that did.
All right, moving on. Josh.
Pierce Brown.
I forget you put me on
Chris
the spot.
Brown.
Pierce Brown.
Pierce Brown.
Or Brandon Sanderson. One of the 2 different.
Andy Rear.
Andy
Ware
Weir.
Andy
has
Weir.
been my favorite
Okay.
so far.
All right.
Andy Rear?
I'm sorry, but that's
He wrote Project
Yeah,
Hail Mary.
original.
Yeah.
We're 0 for 2
I
on
thought
your
you said-
guys'
I
and
thought-
the Martian.
I thought you said Chris Brown.
Man, you guys are.
Pierce Brown.
Pratt.
Pierce Brown or Brandon Sanderson. Either one of those.
Isaac.
I don't.
God.
Dr. Seuss.
Come on, serious answer.
That's all he's read.
That's all I've
That's all
read.
he's read.
Well, I don't.
I have to say Michael Crichton.
I'm so
Crichton.
early into my reading journey that I haven't picked up a book from the same
have
author.
George
Have you
Orwell
read
right now?
Andy Weir?
Oh no, but he's only got 2 books, right?
He's got a handful.
that's
Well, he's
three
got
big
books
ones,
and
I
then
feel
some small ones.
So Martian and
Martian, Project
Hail Mary
Foundation.
are his big
Artemis.
The
ones.
Egg, Artemis.
Okay. No, I
No, he
haven't
wasn't
read any of
Foundation.
his.
That was somebody else.
No, Foundation was
Foundation's Isaac Asimov.
No, The Egg, The Egg, Artemis, Project Hail Mary, The Martian, and then there's another one that I can't think of.
He's on my list of eventually to read, but
People may find this a yes or no, but I found his writing style and Michael Crichton's similar. So like it's very
Yeah,
like science
yeah,
focused.
science
and,
focused.
Like
yeah. And yeah, Michael Crichton has some good ones.
I don't know.
Isaac, just say some GitHub user. That
I
is really
see,
good.
I'm never
documentation.
gonna read a Brandon Sanderson book ever.
That's crazy.
They're hard reads. They can be hard reads, but
No, not because of that.
Because
Because he openly admitted that reading is listening.
That was
Other way, George.
that listening is reading.
Oh yeah.
The man has written some seriously good books.
Tim, did you say your favorite?
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton.
Wrote
What did he
Jurassic
read?
Park,
What's his bet? Oh,
But you know what they
Jurassic
say?
Park,
Sometimes a
Lost
chef
World,
isn't a food critic.
Andromeda Strain, Pirate Latitudes. What's the other one I have? Oh, there's another one that just came out that he had actually wrote most of it on, but it never got published before he passed away. And so his wife got James Patterson to help fill in the gaps and finish it and then get it published. It was Eruption, and it's about the Hawaiian volcano, the big volcano.
I
it's
seen that.
it's pretty good. I read
James
that one.
Patterson is a guy that's just everywhere. I feel like in the
Yeah, he's
Surprised you didn't say Robert
I haven't read any of his. Robert Jordan is good, but he's not my favorite. Like Michael Crichton, I think overall is my favorite. Then Tolkien, and then Tom Clancy's a good one.
George can't not can't not be messing with his microphone.
He's either kissing it or like moving
Well,
it with
whenever
his
he plays
head.
games, he cuts out all the time because he's eating his mic, and when he gets like up, he screams into it, and Discord cuts him off before it blows our eardrums out.
That's why I'm going to just switch to the open mic the whole time.
Pick up everything.
Well, I guess that's a good cutoff point for this episode of the Bricked BIOS. Thank you everyone for listening or for watching or for reading, I guess. If you, I don't care anymore.
Or listening.
We talked about a whole lot of nothing today.
That's what a podcast
That's what a
is.
podcast does.
A lot
man.
of the time it is.
What do you think we're supposed to be doing here? Answering
nothing-
life questions or
There's
something?
nothing substantial about this.
Caller number one, what do you got?
You guys had fun in this episode.
Just make fun of some
For-
people for not knowing their finances too. What do you want to do?
For a little bit of homework, then, anyone in any comment section, please send us your recommendations for books that's not going to like put us on some sort of list,
Dungeon Crawler Carl's another one.
or your favorite author or anything. Maybe you can convince this non-reader to start reading something, and then I'll join their book club.
I think
What's something
there's a
similar
good
to Dr.
series.
Seuss?
There's a good series of books. They're called Playboy. I think you'd love them.
magazines.
Those don't.
Magazines are books.
Are they?
Oh, great. Now we got a
Literature.
whole
Yeah.
other
Stories
Let's
or
go.
the
Let's
novelettes?
stop.
Thank you,
Let's
Josh,
stop.
for joining us. Thank you,
Jake.
Jacob. Thank you, Tim.
See you guys.
And George, I have acknowledged your existence this time.
Yes.
As we say goodbye.
Thank you guys for joining us. Hope you guys have a good night.